The Fisherman and the Mermaid. A long time ago, there was a fisherman who lived by the sea. He was a poor man, but he was happy with his life. One day, he went out to fish as usual, but he caught a mermaid in his net. The mermaid was very beautiful, and she begged the fisherman to let her go. The fisherman was hesitant, but he eventually agreed and let the mermaid go. The next day, the fisherman went out to fish again, but he caught the same mermaid in his net. Once again, she begged him to let her go, and he did. This happened for several days, until the fisherman started to fall in love with the mermaid. One day, the mermaid said to the fisherman, "If you let me go, I will grant you 3 wishes." The fisherman agreed, and the mermaid kept her promise. The fisherman was overjoyed with the 3 wishes the mermaid had granted him. He quickly wished for a new boat, and when he went out to sea the next day, he found a brand new boat waiting for him. He wished for a new house, and soon enough, he had a beautiful house by the sea. Lastly, he wished for a wife, and the mermaid took human form and became his wife. One day, the fisherman's wife became pregnant. She gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. The couple was overjoyed, and they loved their daughter very much. However, one day, when the girl was about 5 years old, she ran off to the sea and jumped in. The fisherman and his wife were devastated when their daughter jumped into the sea. They'd feared that she had drowned, but they continued to search for her. Days passed, and they found no sign of their daughter. The fisherman's wife became pregnant again, and she gave birth to another daughter. The couple loved her just as much as they loved their first daughter, but they never forgot about the daughter who had jumped into the sea. One day, when the second daughter was 5 years old, she ran off to the sea and jumped in just like her sister had. The fisherman and his wife were heartbroken, but they continued to search for their daughters. They never found them, but they never stopped loving them. One day, when the fisherman's wife was pregnant for the 3rd time, she gave birth to a son. The couple loved him just as much as their daughters, but they never forgot about the daughters who had jumped into the sea. As the years passed, the fisherman and his wife grew old. They never stopped searching for their daughters, but they never found them. The fisherman and his wife died without ever finding their daughters, but they lived happy lives knowing that their daughters were happy and safe. They would often tell their son stories about his sisters, and he would dream about finding them one day. As he grew older, the son became the fisherman like his father. One day, when he was out at sea, he caught a mermaid in his net. She was very beautiful, and she begged him to let her go. The fisherman thought about his sisters and how they had jumped into the sea, so he agreed to let the mermaid go. The next day, the fisherman went out to sea again, and he caught the same mermaid in his net. She begged him to let her go once again, and he did. This happened for several days, until the fisherman started to fall in love with the mermaid. One day, the mermaid said to the fisherman, "If you let me go, I will grant you 3 wishes." The fisherman agreed, and the mermaid kept her promise. The fisherman's first wish was to find his sisters. The second wish was to have a boat that could sail on both land and sea. The third wish was for the mermaid to become his wife. The mermaid kept her promises, and the fisherman found his sisters. They were living happy lives with their own families, but they were happy to meet their brother. The fisherman also got his boat, and he and the mermaid sailed off into the sunset together.